Greetings, my audience, fellow listeners, fellow watchers. And today I want to talk about the Indianapolis Colts QB situation. First week of camp went by and it looked pretty solid, off to a rough start. Usually when the offense comes in and a new defense, usually the offense takes a lot more time to settle in. And that's sort of what happened throughout the week. Anthony Richardson has held up with Daniel Jones. The QB competition is tight. So at this point, it's whoever can really stay healthy at this point. Like, we just need... My previous Colts video, I talked about the consistency we need at QB. And I would love for Anthony Richardson to start the season, start this journey. So I'm fairly comfortable with any QB. I know we have like a bottom barrel QB room, but I think we have a solid enough system around us for us to be solid, but I don't know if we have enough to go into a deep playoff run. I don't think anyone thinks that, but it's definitely possible with our team of how incredibly mid we are as a organization. We've been consistently mid, and it's pretty profound. It's pretty amazing. There should be a award for being mid. If there was, then we would definitely have that. Everything else is going pretty well. Our defense has really been out, really shining. Another sort of pocket in our roster is the linebacker. I talked about the linebacker previously. It feels like the linebacker room is going to feel like our tight end room last year. Just vacant. Serviceable, but vacant. Probably not as bad as our tight end room, but that's how that's the sort of the vibes that I'm getting at this point. But after the first week, it's looking good for Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones. They're both keeping neck to neck. Tyler Warren's out there showing that he's going to make a pretty solid effect on this team. He's going to be an X factor on this offense. A.D. Mitchell, I think, yes, he's been doing solid. If only we get the ball to where he needs it, he's gonna be another good receiver. Like, once we get our QB down, once someone settles in, runs the playbook, gets everything, builds that chemistry, we're gonna have a solid offensive group. But our defense is really gonna be what is gonna shine, I think. Like I said, top 10 defense, I think, as well. Mid offense, and we can make stuff shake with that combination. As far as kicker, I know we let go of Gay. Kicker's going to be very interesting for us. I don't know what do we have going on there. I don't even know their names. But yeah, that's an update for the week 1 of camp. Week 2's coming in, and I'll talk about that at the end of the week. Another thing I want to talk about is I've been watching the Wnba. I haven't been watching basketball basically all my life. I played basketball when I was younger, but I started watching basketball because I am an Indiana fan. I like the Indianapolis Colts, and the Pacers were in the finals, and I tuned in to watch. And then after watching the Haliband go down in a blaze of glory, kind of, not really, or he wasn't in a blaze of glory. It was very sad because he went out in the last game where we probably needed him the most. And you can make a good argument that if he was in that final game, then we could have gotten it there if he produced. But I've been watching the Indiana Fever play basketball. Caitlin Clark face of the franchise, face of the W, has been hurt. She has out with a growing injury. I've been watching the team. We've been on a, I think, 4-win streak so far. Watching the W, it's been entertaining. I like watching girls play. Girls prevail in a competition setting, so it's fun. It's not like watching NBA, of course, but I enjoy it. We have some pretty good people. We sort of have an all-around team. Like, we got some shooters. Everyone's shooting the ball recently, and it's been dropping. We got Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell. Yeah, I was trying to think of her name. Kelsey Mitchell, man. She's a shooter. She's like a blur out there. That's what they like to say all the time. She's a shifty little point guard. And watching her have the ball, you know something's about to shake when she has the ball. We have a defensive sort of demon on the court. Veteran Natasha Howard. When she has the ball, when the ball's in her hands, it's when I'm the most scared, because her handles, she just looks stiff. If you ever watched like a stiff white man, big, just be out there on the court, that's what she looks like. And when she handles the ball or passes the ball, that she scares me every time. But she is a defensive demon. We have another big, Aaliyah Boston, probably one of my favorite faces on the team. She sort of mid-range demon, big. You're consistent, I think, big on the team, alongside with Aaliyah Boston. Sophie Cunningham is another big face. She's all right. She's a good catch and shoot. I don't even know the positions, man. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't even know. But she's like a catch and shoot player. We just signed a Chloe Bibby, Australian. She has nice size on her. She's big, a little big girl, but she be dropping them shots like she's a point guard. So it's been fun watching. Even without Caitlin Clark, I think our team's been able to find ways to win. And the reason why I really wanted to bring this up is not really to talk about Indiana Fever, but I just wanted to throw that out there, is that recently there's been an invasion of green dildos being thrown on the court. Now, I don't know the history of the W having dildos fly in on a court, but I don't condone this in any way. You know, trying to hurt these girls out there while they're playing the sport is kind of crazy. But it is hilarious. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. I don't know which games it was, but there have been 2 games in the past week where a dildo has haunted the court. And I saw one of the posts on X, and you get to see that thing on broadcast in 4K. Caught the dildo in 4K, and they had to stop the game for that. That reminds me, they had to stop a game because a girl's wig came off. Like, what are we talking about? And then someone, I think, was making fun of her and got thrown out. That's all I saw on it. I don't know exactly what the individual in the stands did to get thrown out, but if he was just making fun of her because her wig got thrown out, that's kind of BS. I'm not gonna lie. But that's sort of all I wanted to talk about. I'm going to be continuing watching the Indiana Fever throughout the season. I don't even know how long the season is. I don't even know how many games they have, but they're looking pretty solid. They're over 500 now. Once Caitlin Clark gets back on the court, where I think she just needs to sit. But if she's healthy and she's able to come, went to sleep while I was talking. That was rude. If she's healthy and she's able to come back, it's gonna be even more fun to watch this thing. So that's it sort of with the sports update. I'll probably will update you guys with the Indiana Fever while I'm updating you guys with the Indianapolis Colts, and I will be doing post-game stuff, talking about the game in the future. So, yeah, thank you for listening, if you're listening. Until next time, I love you guys. Peace. I don't love you.